This is the Regions section, where you can explore a wealth of data about a region's economy and business environment. The entry point into the Regions section is this national map. You can use the controls in this left menu to change the type of data displayed by the choropleth shading on the map. Controls include economic indicator category, economic indicator, start and end years, and region types, which are states, economic areas, metropolitan and micropolitan statistical areas, as well as counties. An economic area, or EA, is an economically defined geographic unit of analysis by the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis. EAs are made of counties. There are a total of 179 EAs and many cross state borders. A metropolitan or micropolitan statistical area, or MSA, is a geographic entity defined by the White House Office of Management and Budget based on the U.S. Census Bureau data. An MSA consists of one or more counties surrounded by core urban areas. A metro area contains a core urban area of 50,000 or more in population, and a micro area contains an urban core of at least 10,000 but less than 50,000. A city is often a major part of an MSA. Please refer to the glossary of terms in the About section for more information on these types of definitions and more. There are over 50 indicators, which we have categorized into 3 categories: performance, business environment, and demographics and geography. Here are some examples of significant indicators in each category. Also, please note that we use the latest data that is available for any given indicator. The U.S. Census Bureau released the 2012 County Business Patterns data on May 29, 2014, so this website will be updated to include this latest data set in the coming weeks. County Business Patterns is an annual series that provides subnational economic data by industry. Many of our indicators are sourced from here and are broken down on the Data Sources and Limitations page in the About section. Aside from exploring this national map, you can navigate into individual regions by clicking on a region, which will make the map zoom in. In this zoomed-in state, you can click on various regions to gradually move to another region that may not be visible, and click twice on a region to zoom out to view the national map. Next to a region that you select, a pop-up box will appear that contains a link to go to a dashboard of data for that region. Let's look at a region dashboard for the Denver, Colorado economic area. Each region dashboard is organized by clickable tabs: Summary, Performance and Drivers, Cluster Portfolio, Subregions, and Organizations. The Summary page, similar to the Summary page for the Clusters page, which we are now on, shows a preview of the content available on each of these tabs. The map allows us to look at the broader regions surrounding the Denver, Colorado economic area, or the counties contained in it. You can change the region type using the drop-down menu. Below the map is a preview of the Performance and Drivers tab page, which provides data on the performance and key drivers of this region's economy. These spark lines depict key economic figures and changes in growth for Denver, Colorado economic area. Each one links out to a scatter plot, which I will show you when we go to the Performance and Drivers page. Below this is a preview of the Clusters Portfolio page, which identifies the strongest traded clusters in Denver, shown in alphabetical order. We define strong clusters as the clusters that have high employment specialization in a region. You can learn more about this in the glossary in the About section. Also, here's a pie chart of the share of traded versus local clusters in Denver, as well as a bar chart of the top traded clusters by employment. There's also a link at the bottom to go to the Clusters Portfolio page, which contains additional data. Below this is a link to the Subregions page, which provides wage and employment data on the counties in Denver. At the very bottom of the summary page, there is specific information on related organizations, related blog posts, and related resources that have been added to the site and are related to this region. You can register on the site for free and add an organization, blog post, or resource. If it is relevant to Denver, you can also tag it with a post region tag, Denver, Colorado economic area, and then it will populate here on this very page. Now let's go to the Performance and Drivers tab and page. At the top is a diagram that illustrates how we have framed Denver's economic performance and shows how the 3 main categories, performance, business environment, and demographics and geography, relate to one another. These are the same categories that were on the initial national map. We then outline a spark line of indicators for each category. Coming very soon is a legend for how to interpret the numbered ranks in green, yellow, and red circles on each spark line. If you click on any spark line, you will reach a full-page scatter plot. For instance, clicking on employment will result in a graph of the comparative employment performance of Denver compared to other economic areas. You can interact with and customize the chart to display different ranges of years. The chart is defaulted to 1998 to 2011, but you can change the start and end years by hovering over 1998 or 2011 and horizontally moving the arrow resized cursor that appears. In addition, you can download an Excel spreadsheet of the data underlying the chart by clicking on the button to the far left. You can also capture an image of the chart you have customized by clicking to the button next to it. Each of these charts has a unique URL that you can link to and share. Next is the cluster's portfolio page. Here you see the charts for the summary page, as well as a set of charts for the top clusters in Denver based on employment, wages, job creation, and specialization, as well as a timeline visualization, which is still in progress and not yet available on the beta site. The Employment tab populates the bar chart of employment by all traded clusters in the Denver economic area. You can interact with this and customize the chart to display different years by clicking on a year at the top. The chart will automatically update to reflect your selection. On any of these charts, clicking on a bar in the chart will give you more detailed information about a cluster, as well as links into a specific dashboard of data for that specific cluster. You can also switch your view of employment to local clusters by clicking on the local button on the right. In addition, you can download an Excel spreadsheet of the underlying data chart, as well as an image. Each of these charts, again, has a unique URL that you can link to and share. Similarly, these viewing features are also available on the Wages tab and the Job Creation tab. The Job Creation chart, however, allows you to select a range of years to look at the absolute number of jobs gained or lost for the specific cluster, like we saw in the comparative employment performance scatter plot. The chart is defaulted to 1998 to 2011, but you can change the start and end years again by hovering over 1998 or 2011 and moving the arrow resized cursor as it appears. Lastly, if you click on the Specialization tab, you will see a scatter plot that measures Denver's national employment share of clusters against Denver's change in national employment share. To zoom in on any part of the chart, hover over the chart and use the crosshair cursor to drag and select the box around the part that you want to zoom in on. You can always click on any of the cluster circles for more information about the cluster and a link to that cluster's dashboard. Just like the Job Creation chart, you can adjust the range of years that you wish to see. In any of the viewing options, you can download the data or chart with the buttons at the top left and switch between traded and local clusters viewing with buttons at the top right. Unfortunately, the timeline chart, the related clusters visualization, and the innovation chart are still in progress and unavailable at this time on the beta site. We anticipate having these implemented in the next couple of weeks. Next is the subregions page, which shows the comparative wage performance and comparative employment performance of the counties that make up the Denver, Colorado economic area. You'll see that it has similar interactive features to the earlier comparative employment performance scatter plot. Finally, there is the organizations page, which takes you to a separate page of all the organizations added to the site that have been tagged as being related to Denver. Since this tagging system is a new feature, there are no Denver organizations currently tagged, but you can add an organization by clicking the Contribute button at the top right of almost every page on the site. Next, we want to show you a work in progress, the Custom Economic Area capability. This is a major feature available in the Regions section in the Custom Economic Area Builder, which you can access by clicking on the Dive Deeper into the Data graphic below the map on the original Regions landing page. Here, you can create your own economic area out of individual U.S. counties and generate a region dashboard populated with data of your custom region. You start by selecting the counties you're interested in and saving it under the name of your choosing for your custom economic area. Afterward, you can go to your user profile to locate the dashboard of data specific to the counties contained in your custom economic area. This dashboard will not be made public on the site, but you will have a permanent link which you can share to and refer to with colleagues and partners. We plan to further build out and enhance the custom economic area feature to make it more robust, so please check back.